Hello, and thank you for listening to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. I'm Mark Ramone here this week with Mark Sherry. And you just heard Kelly Hayne with Flesh and Blood. And we started off with Stephen Kellogg, Kiss the Ring, featuring Javier Colon
Oh, Kelly, Flesh and Blood,
out of Simsbury, Connecticut.
Simsbury, Connecticut, ex from Western Pennsylvania. And this is a catchy tune with some nice electric guitar work.
Yeah, Kelly's, I think, joined by Carrie Johnson on this track, we've played a few times in 22 Brides. She's from that area too now.
Oh, definitely makes that tune a lot fuller, that's for sure. Kelly's had some diverse background. He's been part of the Pittsburgh area punk scene in the 80s,
Yeah,
the part of the rockabilly and alt country scene in the 90s, and now in the Americana scene.
that sounds like pretty much how I've gone from punk to, and definitely Americana now.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a catchy tune, and we'd like to hear more of that from Kelly in the future.
This is off Songbird in 2021.
hmm So we started out with a tune, a brand new tune by Stephen Kellogg out of Northampton, Mass. And this tune features Javier Colon. It's called Kiss the Ring. Stephen actually is in our Central Western New England songbook with his song Lost and Found, as being one of the best songs ever written by artists from our Western New England region. He's quite the songwriter, and this is quite the song. It is quite the song.
Yeah, and he's also wrote a book, Objects in the Mirror, Thoughts on a Perfect Life from an Imperfect Person. He married his high school sweetheart. They have four children, and yeah, it sounds like a perfect life. And he thinks of himself as an imperfect person.
Apparently, back in 2019, Rolling Stone magazine, someone had written that listening to him was like John Prine fronting the Heartbreakers. That's quite a compliment,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Quite a compliment. And this particular song, though, it's got quite the message. I mean, if you listen to the lyrics, I think all of us have some idea who's kissed the ring we're talking about, Donnie. Yes. And Stephen is not up for kissing that ring. So, and I think many of us can share that feeling. So.
If you want to hear Stephen Kellogg, he'll be performing April 25th and 26th at SK's To You Old Friend pre-release party weekend in Wethersfield, Connecticut. And also, Stephen will be performing at the Green River Festival this year on June 21st.
Cool. So what have we got coming up in our next block, Mark?
We've got a song by Well Suited, and we're going to start off with Mark Erelli et al. With a bunch of friends. Here's Mark Erelli with By Degrees.